Hello. For this demo, we're going to be sketching with a col erase pencil and using the kneaded eraser. So what I'm starting out with are just really rough, loose gestural sketch lines. The purpose of this is to initially get the rough idea of what the silhouette of your design can be. And for this, we're thinking of some sort of a quadruped design. This early on in the sketch phase, it's really important for me to keep, just keep as loose as possible. So I'm just using the kneaded eraser just to knock the lines back down a little bit to bring down the opacity. And then what we can do is we'll come back in with the pencil and start to put in some more refined line work on top of that. And also, as I'm putting some of these more refined lines down, I'm looking for certain rhythms to carry carry forward through the design. And here you'll see I'm just sort of blocking out some of the larger geometric forms. Putting some light indication, of just where some of the details might be. So what you're seeing in this video is a playback at 2 times the speed. You're just starting to add in some more detailed geometry to your form here. And what's nice about sketching with these blue line pencils is that you don't really have to commit to your line immediately. There's always the option of um, you know taking the lines, erasing out of them, bringing them in and making them a little bit lighter. So it's a little bit easier on the design process. And I really want to draw the eye towards this area of the central sort of part of this torso here. So I'm just making a point to adding a little bit more attention to some of the details there, indicating some kind of optics on top. And once I was happy with the initial silhouette, you can move pretty quickly to this part of the sketch where a lot of it is just you have your initial gesture and you're working working the details into it and building out the forms, making sure that it lines up nicely with the gesture. You're not really deviating too much from the initial silhouette that you've established, and it's more of just like building on top of that loose silhouette. So I wanted some sort of articulated joints down at the bottom of that leg there, adding some cut lines to help round out the form. and just carrying that same detail over to the other leg. With this particular sketch, since we didn't start with a thumbnail and we went right into it, a lot of the design decisions that I'm making are sort of on the fly, and I'm looking at the overall design, in its entirety, and asking myself, like, if if what I'm making is a proper choice for the design at hand. Just adding a little bit of shading, to help draw the eye in towards the center of the body there. And maybe that could be like a recess part of the upper structure, where, like the cylinders of the back leg, that's where it like fits into. And just further subdividing our forms here. So you'll notice in this particular sketch, I'm spending quite a bit of time just, you know, um, detailing out the center of the the central parts of the sketch, and letting some of the detail fall to the background as it radiates towards like the limbs and stuff. So it's just a compositional element to kind of cluster the detail, draw your eye towards certain parts of the design. So I'm making sure, as I sketch one part of the if I'm working on one limb, I'll try to jump over to the opposite side, and making sure that those elements carry over, and make sure that the design is symmetric. Just cleaning up my line work a little bit here. So pretty soon in this tutorial, we'll be slowing the video down to about 100%, so you get to see how this process plays out. So you'll get a better sense of the pace that I'm sketching these out at. Once again, just cleaning up some more of the line work there. So here we are. We're going to be working at 100% now. Just adding a little bit of shading. And at this point, I'm pretty happy with what I've got on the page. What you might be able to do after this, you you can either overlay another sheet and continue to refine it, or what I'd like to do normally is at this point I can scan this sketch in, bring it into a program like Photoshop, and then just do the line work on top of that. What I have underneath is a pretty solid foundation for me to work from. I'm just putting the last final touches on this here. And that's what we've got. Thank you.